and our next guest is one of those residents whose uncle, Gadi Moses, is still being held in captivity by Hamas terrorists. His family has yet to receive any updates. Joining me now, Israeli resident Efrat Machikawa. Efrat, great to have you on this morning. So how are you and your family doing?
It has been such a long journey and we didn't make it yet. We are hopeful, but must admit quite worried as we realize it's been a year now. It's the 356 days of October as it feels right now and today. It doesn't feel as if a whole year passed by. We're very worried. We heard nothing of Gadi. There was this video released by the Islamic Jihad on December 19th, 2023, and nothing about his faith or the whereabouts, nothing at all. And this lovely man, joyful, optimistic, peace-seeking, and a peace activist guy has disappeared from our lives and the lives of his grandchildren. He turned 80 in captivity. And so are 28 more members from our community, the larger community of Kibbutz Nir Oz. And the 101 kidnapped. It's absolutely insane. And you know, there are about 5 girls out there still. They're waiting to be saved from the torture and the rape and the starvation. Dawn, Arbel, Emily, Romy, and Shiri, and the 2 little kids, Phil and Ariel, that you probably can recognize by now. They're still there. And we have the elderly, like Gadi, and we know the conditions are bad and they're getting even worse as we speak. And how much energy can a man like Gadi have in captivity? How can anyone still think somebody is holding this innocent man? It's really insane.
We can't even imagine what your family's going through and these other families. You mentioned from children to your uncle who's 80 years old. Where was he when he was taken in, and how did you find out as a family?
We actually tried to communicate in the afternoon, and our messages didn't go, or something stopped. But we had other family members within the kibbutz, and we had all the friends and the community members. So we knew that he stopped communicating. And soon after, in the afternoon, we already saw on the telegram, you know, how the terrorists were so proud of their terrible atrocity and achievement. So it's terrible, but they put up all this footage, and we did see a picture of Gadi being carried and terrified, carried by 2 terrorists. So we knew, and later we understood what happened. He wanted to protect his partner, Efrat, her daughter, and the 2 grandchildren, and he left them in the shelter and went to talk to the terrorists. Gadi is a man of people. He communicates with people from all over the world, as he is an agronomist that travels around the world saving lives of different farmers and the people of the certain state. And he believed that he could talk them to go away, but he didn't. They wanted his life, so they took him, and then they took all the women, and then they were gone.
And I know that you and your family have continued to hold on to hope. That's all you can do at this time. How do you do it? How do you stay strong for your family, and how do you keep hope alive?
I think that hope comes with doing. So we are in the doing all the time, nationally, internationally. I've been in the United States. I had the privilege to give a speech in Congress prior to the Prime Minister's speech. I have joined missions all over, from Japan to Germany, my family as well, my cousins as well. They're very active. now. My parents, we go to protest every weekend. We write in newspapers, we talk on radios, and we go to the Israeli parliament because we do hold them account as well. They had a year. They should have brought them back by diplomatic relations and some agreement. I really do think that diplomacy is the way to bring them back. And there is no time now for whatever tactics and war. We need to strive to save the lives now and then go to tactics and take care of the security of Israel. And we do understand that the suffering is growing and growing everywhere. And the people from New Oz, the artist, the farmer, the teacher, the scientist, the photographer, they're all with different professions, and they are not militants, and they were taken. I'm sure they want to strive for coexistence and to strive to take care of life rather than death. And this is what we are asking for from our government and the coalition. We thank America so much for what they do. We thank the Egyptians. We thank the Qataris. But we do hope that the international coalition will be stronger on Hamas and, if needed, on our prime minister as well. No more sabotaging any deals. We need an agreement to bring them home immediately.
Agreed. And we are hoping right here with you. Efrat, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, always.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.